just been mangoed, meaning I've just had a bath, got in my comfies to do this, you know, my weight loss journey, fitness journey, whatever I've called it. And I had a bubble bath with the mango bubble bath stuff I got the other day. And then I've just put some body butter on. And I couldn't see the name on it. I didn't know what it was that I was putting on. I was smelling it. I was like, oh, it's mango, that. So, because I've had a bath in mango and body butter in mango, I've been mangoed. So, I just smell mangoes. Oh, I've got a famous friend here today as well. Yes, Mickey. Mickey's decided to join us tonight because Finn's left him downstairs, and Mickey's Finn's favourite toy at the minute. So he's just gonna sit there like that. Anyway, so last week I weighed myself and I measured myself, and this week I'm going to show you if there was any changes or not, and I'm going to tell you truthfully what I've done in the week, or you know, a couple of things I've eaten that I've put up, but you know, if I've exercised and stuff, because I'm not going to lie on here and say like, oh, I've been working out 7 days a week, wow, 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 and all this, because obviously if my weight doesn't go down, or I'm not showing gradually over time that I'm losing weight, there must be something going on. So I'm not going to lie, you know, about anything. I'm going to tell you the truth. But the funny thing is, just going off that subject of my weight and my measurements, is I'm doing kettlebell at the minute, but I keep getting this urge to want to do yoga, because I'm very much like that. I just want to change all the time. But I'm going to try and stick to my kettlebells. But if I change, I will tell you. And I went in my cabinet over there to have a look, because I've got yoga DVDs I've done before, and I did like it because it's quite relaxing at the same time, which I quite like. And I went in to tidy them up because Finn had also dragged them all out before and thrown them all over the floor. So I was just laughing at actually how many DVDs I've got. I've got more than this. Oh, I'll just show you a few, you know, over the years. So we've had this one, which I think I only did a couple of times. Don't know, you know what you're doing. I had this one. I think I did that once. Oh, that's a new one, that's what. Do you remember when this was the rage? Did it a couple of times, wasn't really into it, because you've got to find something that you really enjoy and not just doing it because everyone else is doing it, sort of thing. That was quite a good one. You know, Vicky, I like Vicky. That was quite a good one, because it wasn't too long and then you could add it on. That's quite a good one. I should mix and match so I don't get bored, because I think that's what I'll probably end up doing, so long or something, and then swap it round so I don't get bored, because I get bored very easily with everything in life. I've had these ones. This one's not actually open. Oh, is it open? Oh yeah, it is. This comes in a set of like 7 or something. I don't know, because you do different ones, but I have followed this, but obviously the one I'm following at the minute is in a book. But if you find it easy to copy off telly, then it is a little bit easier. Then the yoga that I'm thinking of going back on maybe in a couple of weeks, depending, I might just end up doing it, but I will tell you, is this one's not open, but I have got a selection of the Barbara Curry ones, and I know you might be thinking, God, that's probably, you know, from years ago. These are the new ones, but I don't know if they are new ones or old ones, but she is very good, and she's older. I mean, she's got a great figure for her age, but I haven't done this one yet, because when I was doing these, I was doing Get Slim or something with yoga or something, but I just found it dead, because you're not moving around so fast and stuff and things, and you're obviously using your body to move and breathe, and it was just so relaxing, and I think that's what I liked about it. And I'm sure it helps me to sleep better, because I was finding it hard to sleep at the time and just felt so relaxed after that. So I am getting the urge to sort of go to the yoga thing. Then I got this. I don't know why, and I think I did it a couple of times, but it was just like, it's probably me with vintage stuff and that, and 1940s, 50s, whatever. I was just like, oh, so I might have to have a look at that again, because I don't know when I got that. And then the recent one that I've got that I did try the other week, and my friend's doing it, and I did try the ab bit, and it's not that long, and it's good, and I felt it the next day, and I swear to God it was only about 5 minutes long, was the new Davina Get Fit in 5, or 5 Week Fit, sorry. it looks good because I had a run through it and I did one exercise and I did one of the ab exercise, and the ab was brilliant because it wasn't that long. It wasn't hard, as in it was sort of hard, but it wasn't as hard as I've done this. The hardest thing I ever did on any DVDs was not this one. This one was quite good. Was Jennifer Nicole Lee, American. You get all these DVDs inside. You know, every day they'll say, "Oh, do this one, do the ab one, do the whatever," and you go through it. And you have a little weight, not a little weight, it's actually dumbbell things that I had. And that was pretty good, but the hardest one I ever did, and I did do it for about 3 months, and I did see the difference and everything. It was an hour every day, but it was a bit extreme, was P90X, if you've ever heard of it. And that's like that one before. You go through and you do your arms, your legs, plyometrics, yoga. It does have a yoga section in it. Legs, I think it's got like a boxercise in it. Is it something called Kempo? I think that's like a kickboxing thing or something. But loads in it. Even pull-ups on a door with a bar. What do you call it? A pull-up bar on your door. Oh yeah, I've had it all. I've had trompettes, or whatever you call it. I've had a running machine. I've had this ab circle thing. I've got a Pilates machine in the loft, which I did use quite a few years ago, and it was good, but just haven't got the space for it. And the pull-up bar, that was a laugh, because obviously I put it on the door. I think it's got dints in it now from when I tried to pull my body up on it, and this is when I was slimmer anyway. But I got dead frustrated because obviously the first time I couldn't really pull myself up, and I was frustrated because I wanted to be able to do it straight away and I couldn't. And then my sister came on, she's like, "Oh, you mean like this?" and did it a couple of times because she's dead petite. I think I was having problems because of the boobs. I was probably trying to pull my boobs up. I just wasn't. But obviously, after so many weeks and a couple of months, I could do quite a few. I could do press-ups. I could do quite a lot. I was quite chuffed. I had a picture on, I don't know if I put it on Facebook and Instagram, and my muscles had come up and I'd slimmed down, and it was good, but it was too much every day. It was just too much. I couldn't do it now. I don't think I'd enjoy it now. It was just, so you've got to find something that, even if you have to go through a few things, you've got to find something that suits you. So is there anything else? Yeah, so anyway, so I weighed this out. I'm going to sit down here because I don't know where I am. So anyway, excuse Finn's toys. So I got up this morning and I did want to film me weighing myself, but I didn't because I don't know what I was doing. I was faffing about, but I'm going to have to start showing you my weight on the scales, because I think it was on my own. I was trying to bend down and it kept moving every time, you know, I was trying to film it. So I'll have to get my son to do it something. But I did it this morning, first thing in the morning, because that's what I tend to do. If I weigh myself, it's first thing in the morning. And I don't weigh myself normally. I normally go off my clothes, but because I'm doing it to show you if my weight's going up or down, then I'll weigh myself. So I went on the scales this morning. No, I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh. I'm going to tell you my measurements first. Let's save it. Do you think I've lost weight or not? So I did measure myself before. Finn was messing about, so I thought I'll get that out of the way because he's been cranky again. And last Sunday, my chest, was at 42 inches. My arms around here were 12.5 inches. My waist was 35 inches and my hips were 42 inches. Today I weighed myself and I just thought maybe I might have lost some weight, you know. I could see myself losing weight, because the thing is, this is what I forgot to tell you, sorry, I have been eating up to 1,200 calories, and some days it's just been not even touched 1,200, and I've not been hungry or anything. I've not been starving myself. You might have seen a few things that I put on that I've been eating. I've just not basically been snacking in between meals of crap, basically, and I've been, like I showed you in this book, I've been, where is it? I've not prettied them up. I said about prettying them up. I've not actually done it. Been a bit lazy, but I have, since last week, been writing it all down, and that's the thing I want to show you. I have been writing it all down so I know how many calories I've had. So I've been well within my calories, or even a little bit under, which is good. And I've not thought, oh, I've got so many calories left, like 200 or 300, I'm going to scoff that piece of cake. Because I just thought, no, you don't need it. That's just being greedy because you're thinking, oh, I've got calories left, therefore I must eat this. No, you don't have to. Go and have a really big drink of water. It might just because you're thirsty. So I've been really good that way. Exercise-wise, I must have done about, I don't know if it was 2 or 3, because I think there's only, my kettlebells in my book isn't 7 days a week. I think it's 5, must be 5, 4 or 5 with like stretching exercises. And I only managed to do, to tell the truth, 2, because Finn has been so grumpy for the past couple of weeks, and this week just gone, he's just been terrible, and I've been that knackered. I've just not had the energy. But in another way, I've thought, well, I've been in my calories, so I've not been overeating, so I might not have been exercising that much, but I'm in, I've been doing well on my calories, so I was happy about that. And I don't want to lie to you and say that I've been exercising this many times if I haven't, because life gets in the way. Things happen with kids and that you do get tired. So I'm not making excuses up, but that's just what's happened this week. So hopefully this week coming will be a better week for my exercise wise. Saying that, I have been out on a few walks with Finn to the park and with my friends out, and we've walked on a good walk, and that's all towards it. Walking's good for you, so that's good. So as we were saying about my measurements, now today I did my measurements and they say my chest is 41.5, and it was 42 before. My arms are 12 and a bit. I'd say 12 really. It was just over slightly. So, and my arms before were 12.5. My waist is now 33, and it was 35. Yay! My hips were 42, and my hips are still 42. So funny enough, they haven't moved. But that means I have lost half an inch on my chest. Yay! I wish it was a bit more. 1 inch on my arms, around 1 inch on my arms, 2 inches on my waist, and then it's just the same on my hips. So that's really good. It's starting to move, and this is only that was only week 1. This has happened in a week. Now my weight, I said last week I was, and just move you back a bit. Ooh. I said last week, what's going on with me? Ooh, sorry. It's a bit better. I need you higher up. I said last week that I'm hiding underneath, 11 stone, 8.5 pounds. I got on the scales this morning, as I was saying, I weighed myself in the morning, and I thought I must have lost something, because obviously I've been eating well in within my calories and I've been good, and I've done a little bit of exercise but not as much as I wanted to, but my eating's gone down. So I got on the scales this morning, and I'm happy to say I'm 11 stone 6.5. Woo! So I've lost 2 pounds, which is brilliant, because I think 2 pounds is roughly around the ideal of what you should be losing a week. 1 to 2 pounds, 2 pounds, slowly does it. So I'm really chuffed, and I would like to show you as well. If you think it, I always think that when you think, oh, 2 pounds, what's 2 pounds? It's like, I don't know why I always have it in my head like it's a little small thing like that, like a little, I don't know. So I weighed what 2 pounds out will look like, and saying it sounds like, yay, 2 pounds, it's not that much, is it? But then when you actually, look at it, I put sugar, brown sugar, in a bag, and that's 2 pounds. 2 pounds. So when you look at it like that, it's a lot, isn't it? So if I lose another 2 pounds this week, that'll be 4 pounds. That'll be 2 bags of that. It'll be like 1 beef or something, I don't know. If it's 4 pounds, but yeah. So I might show you what it's like every week in pounds. So I'll be going through a lot of sugar to show you, but it just when you're visualising it like this, you just think, yeah, actually, wow, because when I think of it just like £2, yeah, that's good, £2 is, and obviously it's better than putting £2 on, but when you actually see it like that, if you do this as well and you actually see it and actually feel the weight of it, it's good. So I'm quite chuffed about that. So I've lost £2 in a week. And I've not exercised that much, but I do want to exercise because that's part of my plan, because obviously to lose weight I want to tone and keep fit for my health anyway, but it's just showing you cutting your calories down and not pigging out. You know when you're pigging out, you know when you're like, oh, just do that. You don't really need it. Sometimes we're just being greedy. And if you are within your calories and you're thinking, oh, I've got 200 calories spare there, oh right, I'll go and eat them biscuits there. You don't need to do it. I had pizza on Saturday with a girls' night in, and yes, it was on a wrap. I did a pizza on a wrap, on the wrap bread. It was spicy chicken with mushrooms, onions and sweet corn, and oh my god, it was gorgeous. And I had 2 cocktails that I made with my raspberry non-alcoholic cocktail that I thought had alcohol in, so I had to go out and get some vodka and mix that in it with ice, and it was so nice. And then we had a handful of chocolates, and it was really nice. So, you know, you can treat yourself at weekends, especially if you sort of know in the back of your mind that you've had under your calories anyway. And the thing is, I've been having a bit of Nutella on my breakfast and a little bit of this and a biscuit here and there. The other one I did the other day was just a chocolate digestive with Greek yogurt on and strawberries. I'm not saying that I'm not going to have a chocolate biscuit. I'm not going to have that. I'm having it. I'm just having bits of it, or like all in moderation, because that's what it is. You can't say, oh, I've never eaten a donut again. Have a donut, just be careful the next day or whatever, because at the end of the day, if you're not going to have if you're going to say you're not having a donut or whatever it is that you really like, I'm never eating chocolate again, it's all you're going to think about, and you're going to have a big binge on it. And there is times when you're going to have binges on something and think, oh god, oh no, I can't do this, like I've said before, but you can just get back on it the next day. You don't have to torture yourself about it, you know, just rein it in the next day. It'll be good for a couple of days, you know, and then it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. So, also, because I wanted to say about keeping us motivated to lose weight, I said I was going to do a little sort of vision board. I've only done a little one. I did it the other day to put in between my pages. So when I'm writing down, I'm looking, thinking, yeah, that's what I want. You know, you've got to do your exercise and eat well, because keep looking at this picture. And I put it in there, and I can move it. I can take it out. That's what I said is good about having a ring binder, because you can take it out and move it to the next page. But then again, if you've just got a notepad thing, obviously you just move that to the next page, or clip it on with a little, where's my little paper clip? Clip it on with a little bulldog clip just to keep it in place so it doesn't fall out. But all I did was, I'll show you, was I cut round a piece of paper, one of these that fits into the book obviously. I have a hole punch anyway that has these 6, because mine's a 6 ring binder thing. It's got 6 holes in it. I think I got that off Amazon. So I just put the holes in and it fits straight into my book. But all I did was hang on a minute. Oh, my pages are coming out. Oh. I put it on a piece of card, some nice card that I had. I think this was a old birthday card, but it had flowers on it. I just thought it was pretty, and it was pink. And I do have some fitness magazines that I used to have, so, and I still had them because they do have exercises and they have recipes in, so that's a good thing to go and pick up in the magazine rack. They do, you know, exercise magazines, you know. I don't really buy the dieting ones, I just buy the exercise ones for the exercise, but they do have recipes in and things. So I just cut a picture out of this woman's lovely bottom, because I do want to build my bottom up, because I haven't got one. So I'm going to do lots of weighted squats, but that's another thing I'm going to do. I just put a lady on running, because I want to eventually go back to running at some point, I hope. And this lady here, weightlifting and stuff, because I do like my weights and things. And I could put enough, you know, of the pictures on the things, and then I just put healthy, toned, fun, because you want it to be fun, happy, because you'll be happy if you start losing weight and seeing results, and then strong, because I want to be strong as well, you know, like I don't mean like a muscle woman, I just mean strong and healthy. So just something like that. And I've just cut them out and stuck them on with double-sided tape, and I just placed that in my diary on the, you know, the day that I'm on, week that I'm on, or whatever, and just so I can see it for visualization, because that is a big thing. If you can see something, you know, where you're thinking, oh God, yeah. So you could have a few of them with different things. You could have ones with quotes on and stuff like that. You can go on Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest. Ooh, my phone. Pinterest, and pin a load of people's exercises and, you know, physiques that you like, because that keeps you a little bit motivated. So yeah, so I'm still journaling in here, and now I've put this on, and like I said, I can just move it to different places. The only thing I've not really been good on, because I'm telling the truth, is my water. I've been drinking it out of my water bottle, the filtered one, but I need to get my water intake up, because, I mean, like I said before, it's good for everything, flushing toxins out your skin, your hair, doing your exercises, keeping yourself hydrated. You know, the main thing when you're exercising, you're losing waters through sweat and stuff, so you need to replace them. So I need to do that more, but I've only been doing it a week. Like I said, I've lost £2. £2, look at the £2. So I am quite chuffed about that. So hopefully next week, hopefully maybe another 1 or 2. That would be great. It'd be great if it was 2, but we'll just see. You know, I'm not torturing myself about how much I must lose. I'm just doing it slowly now, because that's the best way. And really, it's about healthy eating. It's if I mention diet, it's not a diet. You've got to sort of healthy eat for life, but have things in moderation. You can have a cake, you can have a biscuit, you know, you can have wine or whatever, but you've just got to do it in moderation. You can have everything in moderation. It's, you know, you don't have to guzzle everything down. Think about what you're eating, like I've said before. And what's the other trick I do? Maybe sometimes use a smaller plate. I mean, I'm going to talk about this measuring cups and stuff like that, but you can use smaller plates and stuff like that. I have my cereal in a smaller bowl, because when I weigh it out, I think it's 40 grams, 45 grams of my cereal, because then I know how many calories in it. You probably think, oh God, that's not a lot. And it is when you start eating granola. But then I have the Greek yogurt with it, and a little bit of Nutella, a little bit of chocolate, and a little bit of milk. But if I put it in a bigger bowl, it looks like there's not a lot, and you probably think, oh, you might be tempted to put some more in. But because it's in a smaller bowl, it looks bigger anyway. But when I've ate it, I am full, because it is quite a lot altogether, really, when you've got your yogurt, your Greek yogurt, and it's no fat in it or anything, but it's, you know, you can do stuff like that. So yeah, so tune in next Sunday, and hopefully I'll have lost £2 more, or whatever I've lost, but hopefully it's going down, it's going in the right direction. So I can't complain. I'm really chuffed about it, and yeah, I'll see you next week.